things are going to get way out of control. You need to be ready. Now, guys, over the last couple of days, I started realizing, not that I started realizing, but I've noticed that there are way too many things going on right now. And we need to be ready as preppers. So as the community goes, hopefully you guys have some backups in your corner. You have a backup plan. There's somewhere you can go or somebody you can hang out with. If you live in the city, you definitely need a plan to get out of the city. If you live in a suburban area or a rural area, you could possibly stay put depending on how close you are to a bigger city or a bigger town. Now, if you live in a small town, I would stay put. If I live in a rural area, I would definitely stay put. You live in a city, you need to have a plan to leave. Now, if you can't leave because you have something going on, like a sick parent or sick kid, somebody that can't be moved or can't be mobilized, then fine. But you definitely, guys, need to stay ready. We need to keep our gear. We need to keep our food. We need to keep our water ready to rock and roll. We need to make sure everything is, lack of a better term, fresh, especially if you have canned goods. If you are canning things, obviously, guys, make sure that's fresh. Cycle everything out. Don't keep everything on the shelves for months at a time like I did when I discovered that my storage unit had a busted can and that infected all the other cans. That's because I didn't cycle it out because it was in a storage unit. Everything in your house should be run through. You should absolutely use it. MREs are a little different. I know some people won't go through the trouble of making an MRE or tasting that nasty shit. That's up to you. But everything else should be cycled through. Everything else, you should absolutely have a system. So, guys, all the things going on, we are watching it unfold. In some cases slowly, in some cases really fast. In some cases, it's a curveball. Nonetheless, we need to be ready. We have cyber attacks every day. The Chinese have been reported of wanting to attack, or have been attacking our water supplies throughout the nation from the beginning of this year. I know Pinball talked about it the other day, but they've actually been doing that for a while. They've been attacking every system in the United States almost on a daily basis. And that is concerning in itself because at some point they're going to succeed. And it's like anything in life, guys. If you keep beating at a wall long enough, you're going to start making a crack. And once that crack starts forming, that crack's going to get bigger and it's going to weaken the walls, it's going to weaken the structure, and it's going to fall apart. So they're going to undoubtedly succeed at some point in attacking one of our systems, whether that's water, medical, 911, air traffic control, communications, cell phone signal, whatever it is, the internet. They're going to succeed. So we have to stay ready, and we cannot be scared of every little thing that goes on. I know some people have a habit of looking at the news and going, oh my God, did you see this? We got pandemics of many varieties around the corner. It's like every day you go on the internet, there's some new nonsense popping up and it's going to affect people or killing people or writing them off. Like, again, it's always something. And they're trying to, guys, again, keep us on edge, keep us nervous, keep us in this high state of anxiety, which winds up getting you sick. The higher and the longer you stay anxious, the longer you stay, your anxiety is up, the sicker you're going to get. If you keep the approach of, fuck it, we will tackle whatever handles, whatever comes in front of us, you keep that attitude, you'll be just fine. You don't always have to stay at this high level of, oh my God, every day. Because first of all, that destroys your sleep. Let's start there. You go to sleep thinking this shit, it's rattling in your brain the entire time you're sleeping, which causes you to toss and turn, which in turn causes you to get bad sleep. And prolonged bad sleep, guys, affects your health. Every time you're at this high state of anxiety, it affects your health. It affects your mental health. It affects your physical health. They want you to stay this way so that you can stay sick, so that you can stay scared, and you can stay dependent on the government. We try to make sense of the things the government does, and I don't make sense of it anymore. Whatever happens, guys, it's going to happen, and you need to be ready. You need to make sure all your shit's squared away. Any plans that you had, like I discussed in my other video, any plans that you have, make sure they're written down on paper, or at least printed on paper, and printed out and put in an envelope and stashed away somewhere. Make sure people that you're in contact with or places you're going to go, they have the same plan, again, printed out in an envelope, stashed away somewhere. So everybody's on the same fucking plan. Things need to be printed out, because if the electronics goes, and it probably will, you're going to be going back to books, old school shit. Now, some people have a lot of their books on the like Amazon Kindles and things like that, or tablets. Then safeguard those. Keep those squared away, and keep those in a what you call IMF bag, whatever those bags are called, EMP bags. Make sure they're in there and protect it. Protect them and check on them even once in a while. Charge them up. Do what you have to do to make sure that they stay squared away. Those are probably one thing that's going to have a wealth of information in it. But anything else, guys, should be printed out. Maps should be printed out. You should have an actual map in your car. These are things, guys, that we need to get back to. Getting back to the basics and stop with the let's buy all of this gear that we don't need. Now, I'm a gear guy, and because I have a channel, I use that as an excuse to buy gear. But what you need, guys, is common sense. Without common sense, you're going to die. Without common sense, you're going to be behind the 8 ball, and you're going to die. Common sense is going to get you through it, and knowledge is going to get you through it. Don't be scared. Whatever happens, guys, we will handle it accordingly. We will tackle it accordingly. I know that I feel like I have to do these speeches, if you will, every now and again, because some people are like, oh, just live your life. Yes, live your life. Do not live the prepper lifestyle all the time. You have to live your life. You have to go out there and travel. Some people are like, oh, I'm not going to travel. I'm going to stay close to home. You can't live like that. We could be in a state of anxiety, if you will, or state of nonsense for the next 20 years. You're going to stay home and close to home for the next 20 years because you're scared some shit might happen. Granted, a lot of this stuff will. We just don't know when. So go out there and live your life. Go to Tahiti. Go to Puerto Rico or DR or Florida if you like that kind of shit. Travel. If you want to stay close to home, at least travel within the United States. Don't get on a plane and go overseas. Stay here. But if you're like me and you want to experience the world, get on a plane and experience the world. Don't let the nonsense that's going on keep you scared and keep you jailed inside your own country because you're too scared to take the chance and do something else. Do that other thing. Guys, you could die tomorrow. And as you're dying, you're thinking about all the shit you didn't do. Don't do that. Get the fuck out there. Save your money. Buy more preps. Save your money. Plan a trip. Buy more preps. Save your money and do something with your family. Those memories are going to go a hell of a lot further than your kids remembering when all you did was prepare and you took them nowhere. Don't do that. Square your shit away. Be ready for whatever happens and live your life. Other than that, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.